Go. Tommy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's funny how you always miss the start of the show, though. I mean,
A couple of seconds. Listen, the audio one did give us a remote. Well, it didn't work. So my thought is it probably needs a battery. So we'll have to work on that at some point. But, you know, it was good of the audio one to give us what we needed. And at some point, we'll be doing this a little bit better. I think we're in focus today, though. That's a step up.
well, we did get some complaints about the being out of focus, and especially those of you out there watching on the 4K.
4K.
It could be,
Yeah.
it could get a little ugly.
First of all, what I would say is probably don't watch us on 4K.
Right,
Okay?
audios. The main thing here is audio.
Yeah, try to just maybe even just listen to our voices. We did get some candid comments about how we both take up the whole,
Right.
the whole screen.
We get it.
We're big. We get it.
We're straight from the hip. We're not eye candy.
Yeah.
We
used to be eye candy.
personally, this is the remnants of a once proud civilization you're looking at here. But anyways,
we were once eye candy.
well, we were.
We kind of cut a swath right through the babes of.
That's exactly true.
To Vegas.
Very true.
But in any event, this is another one of our videos. We have a lot to talk about. Let's talk a little bit about upcoming shows. We're going to have a guest, Tommy's son, Tommy John Mullen, who really is a huge draftnik for the NFL draft. We're going to have Tommy on in our NFL draft show.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be on for the show.
So when he watches this, he's going to realize he's going to have to carve out some time for his dad and uncle. But we'll get him in there. And then there's also we want to talk about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, definitely Bills. A lot of
Bills.
A lot of stuff going on there with the Bills.
Yeah, I've got some good questions already about the Bills, so we'll get there. But we're still in Sabre season, and we're still kind of bitching about that, so we'll talk about that. We'll also do a Buffalo Braves. We'll find some time for Eddie Kotowski, another Infinite Prague Newman alumni.
Braves historian, too.
Yeah, Braves historian. Eddie Kotowski is one of these guys that knows like every trivia thing known to man, and the three of us grew up watching the Braves, so that'll be pretty cool for those of you that are a little older. If you're not, you can learn about the Braves, the once proud NBA franchise here.
By the way, back when I thought basketball was basketball.
It was real.
Right.
Tom, I want to say one more thing. Our videos, as they've gone along, they're not getting the views as the first one. We got almost 400 views on the first one. I think what people need to do is you need to subscribe, and the way to subscribe is very simple. All they're going to ask you to do, you go to YouTube, okay, and they're going to ask you to set up a Google username and password. All you got to do is use anything you want, and it's simple. You've signed up. Then you subscribe, and right next to when you hit subscribe, it'll tell you you're a subscriber. There's a little bell. If you click on that, that means notifications. So that means that every time we upload a new video, you'll be notified, and then you can go look at it if you feel like. Now, maybe you're not viewing the other ones because you just don't like us, but I firmly believe that's not the case. We're a pretty self-confident group here, and I think the videos are great. So anyway, if you could do that, it'd be really helpful. There's no fee, there's no nothing. We're not flying satellites over your house to see where you live and what you do. But if you could just do the Google information, that'd be great. All right, enough of the housekeeping. Tommy, what were you working on this weekend?
Well, this weekend, quickly, working on my travel tips, which are out there on a Ustream, is it, Wayne? I'm kind of illiterate to that.
I think they're YouTube, but what are they called?
Me and the kids, Tom's Travel Tips. And if you're getting ready, vacation season's coming up, you might want to check out these travel tips because you don't want to be taken for a fool when you're down at the pool. That's the line we use.
Oh, nice call.
Kind of nice. And then the other thing is I'm working on kind of a pet project of my own. The travel tips is with the kids and the family, but the pet project of mine is these annoying phone calls. I'm working on a program to kind of fight back with the callers. I have one where they call constantly for the extending my car warranty, and I found that by mentioning the mileage at almost 300-some thousand miles on my my minivan, quickly seems to get rid of that. And also the contractors call quite a bit, and I came up with a little plan there where I do want some estimates on a bunker in the backyard that we could obtain through underground from the house, and because when it comes, it's probably going to come from above.
Okay.
So just a couple projects I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah, I guess you should be. A bunker.
Trying to help. Well, it's not. I'm not actually going to have it built, but it's.
But what
seems to get rid of the callers. They seem to be. There's like a pause, and then. Although I did have one of the telemarketers ask, that wasn't a bad idea, but seriously, it kind of gets rid of those calls. I haven't had those guys now in about 4 weeks. They haven't called.
Now in the bunker, what's the reaction of the Middle Easterner that's called?
Well, they're stunned, and
didn't one go get a supervisor?
He did, and he came on, and we went through it. And now again, it's taken up some of my time, but most importantly, it's taken up their time.
Good.
And it's working, and I'm trying to work out the software and stuff so we can make that available to people as a helper. You know.
Well, the important thing is you do it with a straight face, like it's right in your wheelhouse.
Well,
the guy's calling you about insurance for your vehicle, and they're all excited. Then you tell them you're very interested, and,
yes,
and this is great, and boy, I've been just thinking about this with the wife and everything, and then they start asking a few questions. They go, so how many miles on the vehicle? The 2015.
300,000.
Yeah.
And they ask where do you go, and I said just around town and stuff like that. But I do this. I want to help others because I'm annoyed by the calls, and I'm sure all you are out there too.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're really good at that. We've got a few other things that Tom can talk about at some point in the future. There was another thing, Flight of Cures.
Flight of Cures. That's where.
Well, you first get a call. Let me see if I can set this up. You get a call from a charity.
Right.
They want your money.
Right.
Walk me through the call.
Well, they'll call and they want me to donate in the neighborhood, and after a while, sending the envelopes and stuff, your neighbors start looking at you like, what's going on? So I get back at these telemarketers by saying, I'm currently working on like a Flight of Cures. And what that is some small pilots that get together and they fly researchers from, say, Buffalo, New York to maybe out the other side of Syracuse, where these researchers can get together and discuss the cures that normally they'd be in their own little spots and not even talk to each other about. So
yeah, a couple questions there. I mean, why in God's name would you fly researchers to each other when there's FaceTime?
See, that's the funny thing. But the thing is, it takes the telemarketer's thoughts away from calling me, and we get into this discussion. It's really interesting, some of the feedback you get from these people.
Yeah. So again, that's not a real charity.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just part of a plan that I'm working on to help society get rid of some of these annoying calls.
Well, there is like a do not call list. I'm not sure if you know that.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
Wasn't quite aware of that, but
you
that's
might
another good idea.
You might be one of only 12% of the United States population has a home phone, but...
Well, I do survive. My wife hasn't allowed me the privileges of a cell phone. I am stuck on the landline, but I know there's a lot more of us out there on the landline, and I guess I'm doing it for that, but this do not call, I'm going to have to look into that.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
I think they put it in place in 1998, but we'll see if you can get you on that.
I will look into that. That's a good idea. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah. Why won't Gretchen get you a phone? No, the kids have phones.
Well, we had some issues with some of that stuff.
A little issue, yeah.
Yeah, so the
Don't
family
wanna get into
plan,
it?
she kind of keeps me stuck here with everything, so...
Well, you know what she does? She's got you here, and you're cleaning the place and
right.
taking care of everything.
In charge of building the grounds here, Wayne. And
well, the thought maybe is she doesn't really want you to spend a lot of time on the phone.
could be too.
Yeah, because that way you don't
It
get
has limited my.
you don't get your
outreach.
dusting done.
It's true.
You're vacuuming.
It's limited my outreach.
Has it?
For sure. Yes, it has.
Well, I feel bad for you, but well, I'll tell you, this is going to be a short one. We're going to get into another video coming up on the Sabres. A question. I won't even say what the question is. We'll say it next video. But we're going to keep these short and sweet. We wanted to get this off Tom's chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Buttes. And we'll be talking to you soon. Hang in there. Call us. Email us. And last time I said something really dumb. I said Wayner58. And I said Wayner. No, it's Wayner 58. So send to that. Give us your tweets.
I think, and thank you to John and Sloan for bringing that to our attention too, because he called on that pretty quick. In fact, he was calling. If you remember the last video, we were getting a phone call.
A phone call. It was
turned out
John.
to be John.
He was not happy.
Well, it's good that they're out there.
Yeah. I go over to the old Thruway Mall and walk the mall, well before I got jumped. But prior to that, I do have fans come up asking, is there anything we can do, or how do we get in touch with you guys? So I won't be going back there though, guys.
They are coming up to us in the community. Feel free to come up to us, and we don't bite. Although you might say we,
Yeah.
don't miss a bite there at the table, but we will be more than happy to talk to you in public.
Yeah, we will. We're pretty approachable guys, especially if you're hot. So we'll see what we can do there. All right. Well, anyway, I hope our wives don't leave us on that last comment, and we'll talk soon.
Take care.
Take care.